What's up, y'all? It's your boy Sam, back with another pod. I got my good friend here, Kelly, Chris.
What's up?
Glad you can make it out, bro. Tell them about yourself. How old are you, man? You look like you 40.
I get that all the time, you know.
Whatever.
Nah, everybody, all friends, every one of them be like, bro, you pushing what, 35, 36? Shoot, you probably got to be in a nursing home. So, but now I'm 24, 99. Probably the best generation, best year.
Oh my gosh. You're one of those that's like, oh, I'm a 90s baby. But I was born 1999, December 31st.
It don't stop people from being like, oh, you were born in 1900s. You know what I'm saying? So I get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I guess. You got any hobbies, man? Tell them what you'd like to do.
Shoot. A little gaming. I write poetry. What? I go to the gym. I like to paint. I like to be creative. Trying to get back into reading some more. So I got like some books I got to read. I actually picked up a book from the Diversity Day thing.
For real? What
yeah,
book you get?
it was funny. It was like things you should know before you get married.
Oh, somebody think about getting married, y'all.
I ain't even got no girl. I ain't even got a girl. I just need to know.
What made you grab that book?
I feel like in our day and age, man, not enough people know what to be getting into. Like they, as much as like the whole premise of like marriage, that commitment and stuff, but people are ready to be like, oh yeah, I can get a divorce now, whatever. They just be going into it, not really accepting the words that they be committing to. Like reading off, you know, you accept those things and then they just, something go bad, boom, we out of it. And they just not ready for that marriage. They really not ready for that commitment like they think they are.
It's like they didn't consider like, there's a lot to marriage, a whole lot. There's like the love aspect, the romance, you know, the affection, all the highs. But there's also downsides to anything that has certain highs. You know what I'm saying?
Like a lot of lows. You get like so many, man.
Yeah. So I get that. I understand why you grabbed that book. I think it's good for people our age to read books like that.
Yeah.
I said this a while back ago. I think it was like episode 2 of the pod. And we were talking about like what it means to be a father. Actually, this wasn't even a pod video. Actually, this was with our boy Lee.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The boy Lee. And one of the things I brought up was, hey, look, I know we're not dads. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have a kid. Yeah. You don't have a kid.
Yeah.
But it's good to consider what it would mean, or like, it's good to consider essentially those things that factor into being a father. Like, what does it mean to be an actual father? So it's good to think about those things ahead of time, even 100%. At the young age.
Yeah. Because it's like, what do you want to pass on to your kids that you know your parents didn't have the chance to pass on to you, or what your father did that you can pass on to your child, or how you can do things differently. So you got to think about those things. My dad tells me, he'd be like, write stuff down, because you try to keep in your head, you got a lot to keep in your head already, man.
Yeah. Especially in the field that we're in, in the military, it's already a lot in and of itself.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I definitely agree. So on the premise of marriage, before there's marriage, hopefully y'all are dating. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all just don't go from, oh, she's cute, don't put a ring on. I know that's typically not how it goes.
That's the Marine Corps way. Second date with her. Man, shots every day. That's my dad too.
Yeah, my dad's a Marine too. Hey dad, shots out the Marine Corps.
Shots out the Marine. Always getting on us for nothing.
It should be an aspect of dating. So how do you feel like with our given age, our generation, what do you think of the dating sphere that we live in?
Shoot. There's so many freaking terms to the whole thing. Like, the best thing you can do, especially in our generation now, is just be direct. Like, you gotta be straight honest. It's like, listen, I'm dating multiple people and I'm trying to figure out who I really like and see if we're compatible. Or, hey, I already really like you. I'm willing to stop talking to other people and I just want to continuously go on dates with you. And I want to see where this connection can lead us. You know what I'm saying? So I just think right now it's in a position where nobody nearly knows what they want. Honestly, they don't know how to express how they feel about what they want.
No, I'd agree to an extent, man. Like, it all starts with you internally, knowing what you want, and communicating that to that person that you like, exactly. You find attractive. So essentially, y'all are both on the same page.
Yeah.
And there's many different ways people go about dating. One of them is like dating apps.
Yeah, dating apps. I just watched a video on this. It was like a video essay talking about dating apps and essentially how most dating apps are geared, like Tinder for one. is literally you're ranked within their system, like their algorithm. So essentially, you have a desirability rating. So the more you get swiped on, the more you're gonna appear on people. So if you're if you're considered less desirable and you're not getting matches, probably because if nobody's swiping on you, the only thing the dating app cares about is the matches. They don't care that you actually found someone. So they base that. It's like, oh, this person get a lot of matches. We're gonna make sure they keep getting matches, or putting them in the presence of people that are gonna match with them. And if you're not, they just keep sweeping you to the side. So, people are like, oh, wow, I never have any luck on dating apps. So it's like, that's honestly not the way anymore. It really just takes you going outside and just talking to people.
One-on-one, the old school way.
Like, seriously, bookstore, grocery store. Pull up on her when she's on the malls.
She's on aisle 9.
Aisle 9.
I'm going to pick up lasagna. She is too. Shoot, let me talk to her.
Be like, yo, honestly, I recommend that. I recommend you get this. You never tried this one? Shoot, actually, you know what? It's better if you make it from home, but I could show you for real.
That's actually pretty slick. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to put that in the bag.
It's just like, yeah, jeez.
What do you think are some of the desirable features that women look into? So, like, I'll give you one. A lot of women nowadays, height is a huge thing.
Crazy.
Like, they don't want to date. I won't say a lot. A lot is a very assertive term or word to use. But I'll say a good bit of females, at least in our sphere, height is a big thing for women. So what do you think are some of those features that women look for, those desirable features women look for in guys nowadays when it comes to dating?
When it comes to dating, I feel like the influence of social media has a lot to do with that, for those traits that they see now. And like me having a little sister, I think that's the same way. But honestly, it's like two ways. Either they want those bad boy features, so they want somebody who's I wouldn't say super strict, but like they demand that respect, right? They demand that you like do this, do that. They assert themselves, so they like that assertive type. Or right, so they're like assertive. They like people that go against the norm in a sense, right? Or
red pill? Would you say like the red pill type of guys, or just below that?
Just below red pill, like not too much, but at the same time, it's like that's what's presented on social media at the time. It's like, these are the desirable traits. You gotta be like this. You gotta be assertive. You gotta, make sure she understands your time is valuable. So if you don't talk to her, then she's gotta understand, I'm about my business, da 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 da. And then you have a whole nother spectrum where it's like, nah, if I see a text from you, somebody I like, I'm gonna message you back. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm doing this. Can I text you in a little bit? So it's like different spectrums. Like you could have the females that are like, oh no, I want a guy who's really connected with his feelings, right? Because that's a big thing, guys. Whether guys should be connected with their feelings, or if you show them feelings, that's an ick. Ick. I got an ick. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's hard to like pinpoint those features. Mm-hmm. Like personally, it's like, okay, I can say what I want in a female that I'm looking for. But to ask to give that perspective of like what a woman wants, shoot.
Right.
Figuring that out is like figuring out, who created us or some shit. Like where we came from. Like that's honestly, I don't know.
Is that a question you've actually like asked yourself? Like how did we get here? Like creation and all that stuff? Or is that something that's just kind of like back burner type of thing?
Back burner. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm spiritual, but not like, hey, yo, I really got to know, like, man, you're going to find out one day. You're going to find out one day.
That's true.
So, I mean, ain't no need stressing on that. Got to live your life in the now kind of thing, you know what I'm saying?
No, I understand to an extent. I know me, Christian, I believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. I believe in that God created the sun, moon, earth, all the stuff that we see within 7 days. And he rested on the seventh day. Mm-hmm. So why is creation and like understanding how we even got here not really a big thing? I know you say you want to live in the here and now, but does that bug you at all that you don't know like how we got here? Or is it just like still, like you said, back burner type of thing? Or did you ever in a phase of your life really question, hey, look, why am I here? As a human being, just with a conscience, a mindset, Like
I mean,
all these things.
yeah. I mean, I asked that. So I asked that on a like more personal level, not even on like why are humans on this planet type thing. I'm like, yo, what is my purpose here? Like, because sometimes I've had it in my life where I felt like I don't even know what the fuck what I need to do. Sorry, I mean, because, but like, I don't even know.
You good?
Yeah, man, like I don't even know like what's my purpose here. Like, what do I find? Like, what am I getting out of it? But like I was raised in a 7-day Adventist household, so like I go to church. Like I understood those things, and it was just religion. My connection with religion and God was just strained to where I needed to go out and find it myself. And so it was never an idea of like, oh, who put us here? It was like, if it's God, if it's some higher being, that's just a connection I'm gonna make with myself. Like that's a individualistic thing. So I gotta come to terms with it. You know, nobody can tell me type thing. So I just gotta accept that. So I'm like, how we got here? God, the universe. It all can coincide type thing. So it was nothing that crazy. It's more so how can I make the best of the connections. If I can inspire people, if I know people remember me once I'm gone type thing. I think that's more important than just knowing like, oh, why am I, or like, how did we get here?
Okay, I feel you on that, bro. One of the biggest things that I try to do within my own life is remind myself that I do have a purpose. I have a purpose for being here. I have people that care about me in my circle. I got people like you I can reach out to and be like, bro, hop on the pod, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? I got people like my brother who's right down the road.
Exactly.
Of course, now we got phones nowadays, so we can connect with people. FaceTime. I was just on the phone with my mom and dad, like just talking, connecting.
Yeah.
So like, what are the things? How do you connect with people? What are the things you do overall to like remind yourself, hey, look, I do have a purpose. Like I mean something to people.
Shoot. It's more so just like talking with my siblings just kind of reminds me that I have a purpose, and just still having my connection with my family. I feel like if I didn't really talk to my family, I would kind of wonder why. I'm like, why did I join? Like, what am I doing? But me talking to my family, talking to my parents, talking to my siblings, and realizing that I really had an impact in their lives for the time I was at home before I left. And that they miss me so much, and they're like, they want me to go back. Like, I haven't seen my family in like 2 years, so it's been a minute since they've seen me, and like they're growing older, and it's like I forget that, you know, I forget that they're growing older, and I'm like, I don't want to lessen that impact by me not getting the chance to go and see them when I do have the chance. So it's knowing that, yeah, I do got younger siblings that look up to me and that are gonna remember me, and that truly love me. And so I always know I have a purpose in setting an example or teaching them or telling them something, and that from a different perspective, my dad and my mom, you know, so they understand. It's like, oh, it's not just parents saying this. This is my big brother. He's got some age on him. He's 24. Like he's old, because that's what they think. I'm old. So shoot,
They think I'm old.
I
got gray hair.
Shoot. They probably I'm gonna go back home. They're gonna be like, "That's a gray hair I see." Crazy, but yeah, no, that's my biggest reminder is that, yeah, my siblings let me know that I do got purpose, that I got something to do. Like there's things that I want to do for my siblings that I know my parents didn't do or do for me, you know. So it's like the first step. And even when I have kids, they're like, I get to do things with my siblings that I know I want to be able to do for my kids, so I can like kind of practice. So it's kind of a good reminder. For me, it's more about what I can give back to my siblings the most.
That's good. That's really good. It's always important to reinvest that into people, especially if they're already investing that into you. Yeah. Because you never know like what they need to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Same way they supply you with the things that you need to keep going, supply that to the next man, to the next person, so that they can keep going for sure. I really do like that, man. So those are pivotal relationships. Yeah. Big time relationships, like foundational.
Yeah, core.
You know what I'm saying?
Foundational joint.
You can't. That's as good as it gets. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Like,
so we're going into the hypotheticals here. Given that these are some very foundational core relationships, in the event that something happens between that relationship, they do you super dirty, could you find a place in your heart to forgive them? And if so, like, why? Why would you be able to forgive them?
I'm pretty sure I could find it within myself to forgive him, because as the older brother, like for my sister for one, I saw her come out, like I was in the room. I saw her straight birth type thing. So I'm like, yo, I've seen you since you were young. Like, the love I have for you is immense. Like, I don't want to see anything go wrong with you. So no matter if you did me wrong, I know I still gotta be in your life. There's some things that won't go away. And even with my little brother, it's kind of the same thing. It's like, even if you do me wrong, y'all still family. And it's different from my parents. Like, if my parents did me wrong, I'd probably be hot. It would take me some time. And not to say it wouldn't take me any time with my siblings, but I can definitely think that, given the fact of how much I care about them, I couldn't let it hurt me to the point where I just say, nah, I won't talk to you. I want to be there for their moments. That they're gonna have moments in their life that I'm like, I'm gonna wish I was there, and I'll be like, damn, why didn't I forgive myself or forgive them for something, you know? So that's like a big thing, you know. Like, I feel like you would say the same, low key though, right? Even with you and your brother.
I know. Given my relationship with my brother, and vice versa, there's definitely been times where I've not approached him in the right way, said the wrong things, escalated something that didn't need to escalate in the first place. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I noticed in a moment like that is that, man, I wish they could forgive me. Mm-hmm. I wish they could show me some grace. I wish they can see that, like, I was wrong. Like, I'm acknowledging I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it was the other way around, like, that's what I would give to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully it goes both ways. I know with me and my brother, it definitely would go both ways. You mentioned a big thing, time. Like, it takes time to heal.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
if I got a wound on my arm, it's going to take time to scab up.
Yeah, exactly.
And then even after it scabs up, it still has to go through this process. It turns white after all the scabs fall off. Like, it's still a whole process behind that. So time is everything. But in that time, I'm trying to reach out. I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to maintain some level of relationship. In the event I do have somebody close to me do me dirty. Because that's what I would want for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So, switching over, something more fun. You like music. Not even like. This guy loves music. All right? He loves music. What type of music do you listen to? Like, what's your top 3 genres?
R&B is number 1. And then, for me, it's honestly hard to describe it, because I have to give backstory. Like, growing up, I feel like my parents exposed me to so much music, and so I just have a well-rounded taste. So I would say, like, early 2000s, but, like, before, like, I can't even, like, walk type thing. Like, I would remember just being in the car, they listening to freaking Twista, and they would listen to, like, the South rap, and then they would be listening to freaking Erykah Badu and what's her name from the Fugees. No,
I ain't gonna hold you. The Fugees, Mount Fuji, like Fuji water.
Fuji, nah, ready or not, here I come.
Now that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, you said Fuji
because I know the song, music group, but I don't know the person.
She's a female rapper. I forget. That her, and then switching over. I remember being in Louisiana. This is like 2004, 2000 to 2007. I remember my parents listened to softcore rock. I'm talking like 3 Doors Down, freaking Creed. Like, my dad dedicated a song that was a softcore rock song to me. Literally That's called dope. With Arms Wide Open. That was a song he like dedicated to me. That was one. And so I've just bounced around. Then I find myself listening to like more underground like rap, more like Shmino and you know he just dropped that album today too. I forget his name.
The one we was talking about earlier? Leon?
Not Leon Thomas. He another underground artist. It's like Mick something. Yeah. Either way. So yeah, but you asked me my genres. So like it'd be R&B, about some softcore like rock, more indie, and then I'd probably say like rap.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. You got to pick the one you prefer over the other, artist wise. I played this game multiple times. If you watch the pod, you've seen it.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
All right, Charlie Wilson or the Isley Brothers. Now, I'll give you Charlie Wilson plus the Gap Band.
I was gonna say
versus the Isley Brothers.
I was gonna say
who are you picking between those two? This ain't easy for me, but it's also easy.
Isley Brothers put out some like hits that are just.
I wanna be living for the love, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that song was so good.
Yeah, that song, like I have like I literally like that's what I mean. Like I have playlists that just generations is like this is old school, straight soul, Isley Brothers, Charlie Wilson, Gap Band, Anita Baker. Anita Baker, bruh.
Oh,
I throw in some Sade, bruh. Oh,
Sade is pretty good.
Like so you talking that, and then you talking like Charlie Wilson. And I'll be drawing blanks. I just have so much music I be thinking, but I have to still give it to the Isley Brothers. I'm not gonna lie. I give it to the Isley Brothers too. I give it to them.
Yeah, maybe it's the biases inside my heart, but I'm the Gap Band, man. Charlie Wilson, the Gap Band, ain't nothing beating that. In my opinion, you dropped the bomb on me. Like I don't know, stuff like that. I heard the live versions of those songs too, and like those are better than the those studio recordings in my opinion. But I understand. I can't go wrong with either.
All right. So I got a question. All right. So you got Bobby Caldwell, and then you got who's another one? Wait, let me go through my phone. I'm gonna have to go through my phone.
I gotta go through my phone. And you made me think of another one too. We'll talk about this one in a second. We'll let him go through this thing. But Sade or Erykah Badu?
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. One of my favorite songs is by Sade. He's like, "Is It a Crime?" I'll be singing that joint, sing my heart out in the shower.
What?
Sing my heart out, but Erykah Badu, I had to really take time to listen to her lyrics, and I was like, "Yo, Erykah is phenomenal."
Her voice is so like different. Like when you hear Erykah Badu,
at first I didn't like
Erykah
it.
Badu.
At first I didn't like it.
For real?
I didn't like it. It took me a while to like really just sit there and digest the music, and I was like, "Nah, her music is different from everybody else," and then really understand what she was talking about. It made me gain a deeper appreciation for what she was saying and what she was putting out. I was like, nah, this is actual art. But wait, you gotta I gotta find
time to think
I gotta find this real quick. Wait, let me find this real quick. Let me find this real quick. Not the ballads are old, cause I got the different names, man. I'll tell you what. See, the R&B and soul, man. R&B and soul.
He's a Spotify guy, by the way. That's an issue.
Don't hate. Don't hate, man. Listen, y'all don't even got the little playback drum where it can sync them up. Y'all don't even got that.
That is fine. I ain't gonna lie.
See, everybody told me. Ooh. I'm trying to think of another artist that had that voice that you didn't think they were who they were. In that same time frame, though. You know Sting?
I do know Sting.
Bobby Caldwell or Sting?
I'm going with the Bumblebee. Sting! I'm going with Sting.
Over Bobby Caldwell? I'm talking Bobby Caldwell.
Sting was just smooth.
Bobby Caldwell
it was just swift.
Bobby Caldwell, he got Tupac, had to sample his joint. What you won't do for love. And then you had Biggie too. Biggie Flame.
We're just talking for them as pure artists.
Pure artists. If you like Sting, hey, Juice WRLD even had to hop on that too. So
that is
Juice
true.
WRLD.
That is true.
So I give it to you, but
You Bobby Caldwell all day?
Huh? Bobby Caldwell all day. That's them. I thought that man was. When I said I did not know that man was white.
Dude, I definitely didn't know he was white initially. I had no clue. Like, just listening to him, I'm like, oh, this is a black brother. You know, he probably got Jerry curls or he probably got nappy hair. Like, he probably one of them. You know
one of them. I thought he was an uncle. Somebody's uncle. Bobby Caldwell, fix your car. That's Bobby Caldwell for you.
Man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like,
actually, RP to him, too. I was sad when I heard that news.
Left the legacy, though. Definitely left good music for people to listen to. Even to this day. That's the beautiful thing about music. Like, even as you pass on, like, you left something that people can still enjoy. People can still bump in their car, you know, dance to, sing to, stuff like that. I think that's one of the dopest things about music and artistry as a whole.
Do you think it's important to own the physical copies of music? You think it's is it bad that we've gone away from that? We've gone to streaming? Because, you know, at some point, our phones are going to become obsolete. You know, you don't know what, you're like, you know, day to day, we don't really know what can happen in our world. You know, what type of catastrophes could hit us. Yeah, you know, having that physical copy, having that physical music, you know, and things you can, you know, really connect with. Because it's like times like those where you find yourself, I don't know, I found myself as like, yo, if I ain't have nothing, I hope I have music. Because that's probably the one thing that could lift my spirits, you know?
I think the fact that we've stepped away from the CDs, the vinyls, like, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's honestly a good thing. You're saving the planet.
That's true.
You're saving the planet.
That's true.
Which is always a good thing. You got to take care of the planet, the earth that we live on. And I don't think we're really going to go back. Like, we're just so far ahead now when it comes to technology. Why would we go back? And, like, even if some sort of catastrophe would happen, why would it cause for CDs and those vinyls to get pulled out again? Like, what kind of catastrophe would it be that it will force me to start scrambling for CDs?
Man,
and vinyls?
it could be freaking tapes. You know how your parents used to be back in the day.
Little cassette tapes or whatever.
They sitting there recording, trying to catch it on the radio. So they can
oh my gosh, a little voicemail tapes.
Making the mashups.
Hey, this is Sam. I'm leaving a voicemail. I'll call you back when I can.
And then they play the music.
They play the music.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I think about, so you know the Marvel, right?
Marvin Gaye?
Music.
Marvel.
Marvel movies.
Marvel, yeah.
Yeah, so the MCU, you got Guardians of the Galaxy, the first volume, right? That one movie. You see the character Star-Lord comes out. He's rocking the VH. He's rocking the
little cassette tape thing.
Cassette tape. I forget the name of it. The Walkman.
Oh, okay, Walkman.
Yeah. You know, say that was almost a physical copy of music that he had on him at his all time, you know. And they're highly technological.
That's a movie. That's like that's,
you know, so I'm not saying that everybody has to. I'm not saying the whole planet has to like go back to this.
Mm-hmm.
But you think there's still some type of value in just being able to pull out that physical copy.
Dude,
though.
I think there is a lot of value and even aesthetic. I was at my boy Eli's house and he had a vinyl.
Record?
He had a record player and everything. I was like, dude, this is dope. Like, I put one of the Kanye joints he had. I put it on there. I'm sorry. I know some people don't like Kanye.
Oh, nah.
His music was good. I like his music.
Everybody have to respect the fact that Graduation was, you know, top tier. Like, come on.
It was top tier.
So, you're really gonna hate.
Let's call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? Call a spade a spade. It
It's
slapped. You know what I'm saying? But he had one of his little Kanye vinyls. Put that joker on the record player. I was like, man, something about this just feels
even better
dope.
than
it does.
Than just
it does
playing
feel
it off
kind
your
of cool.
phone,
It does feel dope. But I think that's the beauty of it. Like, you can have that sort of dopamine effect from music where you got the, you know, the hands on or the hard copy of the actual, you know, vinyl or DVD cassette tape. But then it's like, bro, if I'm going for a run, bro.
Yeah, you ain't gonna pull out shit.
And it's so easily accessible to where it's like, bro, if I hear like a few lyrics of a song, type it into like Google or even Apple Music, Spotify, like I can find it.
Yeah.
Versus me having to be like, man, now I gotta go through this daggone store full of DVD. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's my sort of dopamine, I guess, with music. Like, it's so easy to find nowadays. I appreciate that a whole lot more, which opens up my music vocabulary. versus me having to reach for vinyls and cassette tapes and all that. Bro, I can't imagine that, bro.
It's for me. It's so I bought two so far. I got Melodic Blue by Baby King because I absolutely enjoyed that album, like basically start to finish. I think it was the deluxe one, or maybe it was just a regular, but I had to get that. And so it's back at my parents' house. My dad was like, "You ordered a vinyl?" I was like, "I sure did." I was like, "I need that. I don't care if I just post it up on the wall and then I get a record player later." And then I got Tyler the Creator, the Tyler the Creator. I wanted to get the Kendrick Lamar. I want to find To Pimp a Butterfly, man. Because and the thing is too, those go for money nowadays.
Yeah.
Like certain
most
vinyls,
people don't have them. You know
vinyls, like you gotta pre-order them, and once you get them, if you keep them for a while, they go for money. That's the craziest thing I've
that's
ever.
The value of them too. Like most people don't have them, so therefore, like if you do have them, it's like that's dope.
The demand for them becomes crazy.
That is true. You brought up Kendrick Lamar. Would you pick Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
Kendrick. Not even gonna lie, I can't even lie. I love Kendrick. I love J. Cole too. I love J. Cole. See, I can't even say it. I'm gonna mess it up. I love J. Cole. I love J. Cole's music. I love Forest Hill Drives. I love freaking Born Sinner. Mm-hmm. Like those are classic records, man. Shoot. What was the other one? I forget the other one too. I was there for like when them albums dropped, and I'm listening to them in high school, and I'm like, oh yo, J. Cole is saying some stuff right now. But it was just with Kendrick, I have a love for jazz and what he did on, like what he did with To Pimp a Butterfly really cemented just my love for his music and what he has to say. And I love how he switched up, how he would say things. Like one of my favorite tracks is You. Okay. And that one, he drinking the bottle, you hear the slur, you hear the bottle, like you hear him drinking. It reminded me of like Biggie. And Biggie would tell stories, right? And you would hear him. It would be like he was switching characters, even if he had a feature. It was like he was switching characters, and it was painting this picture. And that's what Kendrick does in my head. I like kind of get a visualization of what's going on. Like he's in the whole. He's like, I'm crying in the hotel room, screaming, da 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 da. You know, banging, boom boom boom. You know, you hear it, you can see it almost. You know.
No, I feel that. I think
that's where I sit with it. But there's, tracks with J. Cole, Love Yours, or one of all time, or freaking On My Way Down. See that I see the video, I start crying, man, because I'm getting teared up. So it don't stop me from liking it, but it's a ranking. It's Kendrick, J. Cole right there.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that it's one reason why I like J. Cole so much, or why I would pick J. Cole over Kendrick. J. Cole was like, dude, he shoots straight, that's him. Mm-hmm. He tells a story. He tells where he's from.
Yeah.
I think the neighbors think I'm selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing was like crazy. I don't know if you watched the film on that, but like that felt so real. Not to say Kendrick doesn't have that in his music, because I'm come on, bro. He has that in his music, but it just seems more or less acting with J. Cole, and Kendrick seems more animated, more in a sense acting. Not to say he is acting, but because of his animation or how charismatic he may be about his music, it seems less genuine. But it's genuine, just less genuine than J. Cole.
I think where people like go with that is J. Cole is speaking straight from his point of view, whereas Kendrick will try and talk from the point of view of different people. Like I don't know if you the Heart Part 4 or the Heart Part 5, which came off his new album. If you saw the video, they were showing how he did the face changing, where he was speaking from different. It was almost like different perspectives, and that's a lot of his work is how he can talk from these different perspectives. Like that's why, Damn, one of the songs in that, I think toward the end of the album, or no, Good Kid, Mad City, Sing About Me, and Sing About Me, Cry, something. That was the name of the song. He talks about like his sister, and then he like it shows the different. He talks from these different points of view, so he doesn't just speak from his own point of view. He likes to gain perspective from many points of view, and then put that into song, and then multiple people, they don't just think about, oh, that's the story he's painting, or that's the view of somebody else, and that's the story of this, and then that's the story of this, and then maybe more people can, get something out of it, and maybe that's what he's aiming for. But that doesn't stop the fact that like what J. Cole does is good too, in the sense of like that's straight. And I can get that, but I think that's what I've noticed more so with between both artists.
There's definitely appreciation on both sides. Like I appreciate Kendrick.
Don't nobody try to come for in the comments like the hate.
You can't beat it having both of them. You know what I'm saying? One or the other, like you're winning. So definitely, I understand where you're coming from. I'm still picking J. Cole. Still picking J. Cole, man.
When he gonna drop his album, man? When that album coming out? Because I swear he promised that album. So I'm getting a little get a little tired of that one.
We'll see. I trust the process.
I trust the process too.
I trust the process.
I let the years go by. I let the years go by. And then when they produce, they produce. Don't rush it. I feel like that's a thing. Honestly, it's a big thing. I was just watching a video about too when it came to music. The idea that music is like how do I say, becoming less creative. It's just becoming commercialized, and not commercialized. Just it's like it's just being catered to be just put out excessively. There's no like real time commitment. There's no real artistry to the work anymore. Like to get your songs put out, like these more artists are coming out. They're trying to put their songs out, but they got to cater to make songs a certain way that are just saying the same thing as everybody else, because it's just that's what is getting streams, because that's where everybody's at, streaming services. So they talked about the length of, like in the video, they talked about the length of songs decreasing. They've steadily like decreased over time, the way they're just getting shorter and shorter, and that being due to our attention span. Would you say you think it's a thing that's probably is kind of problematic in our like generation, that our attention span to even music now is kind of becoming strained, where we just gotta catch the hook?
I wouldn't say it's like problematic. I think it's just a money thing, bro. Like the hooks is what sells.
True.
It's what goes viral 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
It's TikTok, social media.
You gotta make a dance to it.
You know what I'm saying? Once you get a good hook, you don't need to make a 5-6 minute song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can make a 2 to 3 minute song and be good and make your money. So I think it's really like it's the social media trying to get just one good hook that'll trend, somebody dance to it, and boom. Now everybody's listening to it.
Yeah.
So it's a money move. Make your money, do your thing. I don't think it's necessarily or inherently a bad thing. But it's also one of those things where you can kind of just tell the difference listening to more and more music. You be like, all right, this guy, it sounded like he was just, trying to make a hook. This album just sounded like he was just trying to get 1 to go viral, 2 to go viral. And then this guy's like, man, he took his time.
Took his time with it.
Yeah, took his time. So we talked about a lot of male artists. What about female? Let's go with her versus LMA. 2 R&B artists. I love both of them. I love me some her. I'll tell you that much. I love me some her, and I love me some LMA. Music is great. Amazing.
But I it's an easy one for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, what you got, man?
Her. All day.
Yeah, okay.
It ain't man. I'm not can't even argue with you. But I'll give you one. We got British. Oh, actually, LMA was British, but Georgia Smith. Georgia Smith. What about Thames and then Thames?
Georgia Smith or Thames?
Yeah.
They're like different.
They do R&B.
They do some similar. They do R&B. The way they approach it is a little different.
Yeah.
Man, I would probably pick Thames.
Thames.
I can listen to more Thames than Georgia. But I think vocally Georgia's a little bit more superior.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like she has greater vocal capability, and she sounds a little bit better. But when we're just talking about like the joy of the song, like me having fun or liking the song, 9 times out of 10 I'll like a Tim song.
Yeah.
About 7 to 8 times out of 10 I'll like a Georgia Smith song.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would pick Tim. So who you got?
Me? I like Georgia. I really do enjoy Tim.
He just thinks she's cute.
I'm not even gonna lie, she is fine. I'll wipe her up, dude. I gotta for the ladies, just straight R&B artists. Almost all the R&B female R&B artists.
Is it like for the ladies, or you just got like all female artists?
It's mainly all females.
Oh, okay.
Like Kalani, Sabrina, Claudio,
SZA. I know SZA got me in there.
SZA always in there. Her, Georgia Smith, Thames. I don't even know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't even know how to pronounce her name sometimes. It's like Mahalia. She's good too.
It's this one joint she got. It's called "What You Did, Bro."
Yes, you did. Yes, and that's I think she got LMA on it too. She got LMA.
Yeah, she does have.
Yeah, see,
she does.
Dude,
yeah.
I swear, dude, I could talk endlessly music, endlessly. I'll be sitting there talking all day. R&B, love it, man.
Dude, R&B.
I think that's amazing. Probably one of the best things that I would say that people came. we did our thing with it. Yeah, I think we did our thing with it when it comes to R&B. What do you think
inspired R&B? I think there's a set answer. Was it the old hymns?
I think it was like a mix
that
of
sort
the
of
old
style of music, or was it jazz?
I think
was there like pretty much those two put together, or was it just like a blend of a lot of stuff?
I think, yeah. Personally, I think it's a bit of the more maybe the blues and the hymns, more so, because you get those like blues. You get a lot of bass. You get a lot of those jazzy effects, but I think you get a lot of the blues, and then because I think that's where you started to see more vocalization come into music.
And blues or jazz?
Yeah, blues. Yeah, okay. And then obviously you have your hymns, and then it's not long before that. Those just kind of meld together. Next thing you know, you're hearing a lot more. That's why I like.
Blues, yeah.
That's why I'm like, you listen to Sade and you hear that. I hear that saxophone on "Is It a Crime," and I'm like, oh, that's so jazzy. But yeah, she's sitting there talking to me, and I'm like, touching my soul. Shoot, my soul right there. Shoot, or some Mint Condition.
Dude,
breaking my heart,
bro.
Pretty brown eyes. I'll sing that,
dude. There's this one concert they did. It was a live concert. I remember my dad showing me this, and if I remember correctly, it was either my dad was showing me Fred Hammond live or Mint Condition. It was one of those two, but it was a live concert, and I believe it was in DC. Bro, overlooked, underrated, bro. Like, it's such a good concert, and like they sound better live.
Oh, of course.
There's some people that can sound really good, like in the studio, sound great in the studio rather. But like live, it's like, it's meh. Yeah. Them guys, bro, they kill it live and in the studio. So Mint Condition all day.
Easy.
Mint Condition all day. Now Mint Condition was a boy group, male group. There was other, male groups that they were probably like competing against.
Oh, 100%. Like there were so many.
Like the Boys to Men.
What?
The
you
New
got
Editions.
112.
Troop. You got Troop.
Troop, yeah.
You got Troop 141. I think it was Troop 141 or something like that. Troop. Let's go with just Boys to Men versus New Edition. Because I asked DJ this last time on the pod. I want to see what you say. Troop or not Troop? Mint Condition. No, not Mint. Man, now you got me all the groups.
You said Boys to Men and then New Edition, right?
Let's go this. One got to go. New Edition. Mint Condition. Troop or Boys to Men. One got to go.
One got to go. I'm gonna say Mint Condition because I don't know why you. I'm gonna say that because you. I'm
a little hurt by that. I ain't gonna lie. I would let Troop go personally. Cause
I feel like I gotta play a sample from. I gotta play a little single from each one so I can remember what I'm dealing with when I say this. Cause I'm gonna be mad if I go back and I listen to Mint Condition and be like, come again. If I had to get rid of Mint Condition without getting rid of Breaking My Heart, I'll do it. Cause that's the only song I got like two songs that I go back and I try and listen to some of the other songs and I'm like, I'm sorry, but y'all really had that one song that really just stole it all.
Yeah, I feel that.
If I could just put them to the side, keep Mint Condition. Y'all gave that to us, but y'all gotta go. That's it. The other one's really Boys to Men without a, that's just staple Shoot, my parents had the daggone Christmas CD.
Oh,
Boys
yeah,
to me
yeah.
when they was all doing Christmas CDs, man.
It wasn't bad, yeah.
So
Nothing beats a good Christmas album. A good R&B Christmas album done right, you can't beat it. You can't beat it.
all right, I'm gonna give you an old one. Let's see if you know. If you know, it's because you know we what? I know it's August, but you never be too early because I know Mariah Carey in that daggone song right around the corner for the holidays.
It really is.
So, Nat King Cole or Ray Charles Christmas album?
Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole, bro.
Every day.
His voice. His voice is like, bro. Bro. It was just. I'm like hearing it right now, and I just want like, where's the sleigh bells? Where's like, I need all of it. You know what I'm saying? That's how good Nat King Cole is.
He said, chestnuts roasting
on an open fire. Listen, Nat King Cole sounds a lot better than that, but man, Nat King Cole all day. Nat King Cole all day.
Shoot, I wish I could sing like that. I wish,
dude. That's one of the biggest flexes you could have. Like, you could sing, like literally just chilling with the folks, and there's a song you hear come on, and you start singing, and you could sing, bro.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give you this though. You gotta choose. You get a wish. You get a choice. Play an instrument to a high level, or sing to a high level. You gonna choose singing, or you gonna choose the instrument? Because I don't know.
Does it matter? Just any instrument?
Any instrument, yeah. Any instrument. You get to choose an instrument, but it's just one instrument, obviously. You get that one instrument that you play to a superb level. I'm talking like freaking Stevie Wonder on the piano.
This is tough.
Like, you know, you're talking like a high level performance.
This is tough, dude. Because mind you,
like Jimi Hendrix on a guitar level.
There's two guitars over there, so it's like I play guitar. I'm not.
But do you want to sing though? Like it's one or the other, man.
Me as a musician, if I could pick between the two, I'd probably say sing.
Sing?
Because, like, I don't always have a guitar there. I don't always have the drum set there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Saying? Like, I don't have my bass there everywhere. I might run into a piano at the airport and be able to, like, go crazy.
Yeah, but
how many I still got to get on my plane. Like, get on the plane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, understand.
I would probably say vocally because I don't need an instrument. You know, I just need a song.
Man want to be Michael Jackson so bad. He try to hit them notes. He try to have the females passing out in the stadium.
That was wild.
You remember, bro? Watching that video
it was crazy.
Crazy.
Ambulance right there, just stretcher after stretcher after stretcher. Like that's crazy.
That I think I can agree though. Like you sing to a high level like Michael Jackson or even freaking Prince. Like even Prince, like, but Prince was kind of doing both. Prince was a dog as a musician, performer, entertainer. Like Prince was crazy. Yeah, you remember the debate too of people was debating Michael Jackson versus Prince for man. What's your opinion on that?
All right, I'm biased. I'm biased as a musician, man. I'm picking Prince because I'm looking at things holistically. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the music, like both musically, instruments, all that jazz.
Yeah.
Understanding music theory, where you can go in a song, like modulating the keys, stuff like. Not to say Michael Jackson didn't understand these things. But like he didn't execute to the same standard as Prince. But Prince was also super entertaining. Mm-hmm. Super fun to watch. You know what I'm saying?
That freaking halftime show.
When it was raining and you sing Purple Rain, bro, you're not beating that. Yeah. You're not beating that. You know what I'm saying? You're not beating that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I'm biased as a musician, call it what it is. I'm picking Prince. I
really had to go into the catalog too because I really hadn't listened to much Prince. Like I really didn't feel like my parents like put me on. They played the hell out of some damn Michael Jackson. I tell you that much.
You rock my world, you know you did.
Billie Jean was my favorite for so long.
I was never a big fan of that one, bro.
No, Remember My Time though.
Remember the time? Yeah. Music video was crazy for that one. I did like the music video.
But shoot, I had to go back. I went through Prince's catalog. I'm like, okay, not just Purple Rain. he was making some music.
Yeah.
And so that's a hard decision. I don't even like. I would probably still lean Michael Jackson just because I'm like at any one given time I'm gonna be singing them. I can't sing, but I'm gonna be singing.
I'm gonna be singing this one.
I'm gonna be singing. I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try. So, but nah, just in general, it's a big comparison. That's like it's a goat for goat. Basically, it's a goat for goat statement right there.
2 wins.
Two wins.
Both artists are just like
phenomenal.
Put them on one second. Put the other guy the other second. You're listening to two great, artists. Two artists. One of the songs that my uncle put me on to when I was a bit younger was called "Love to the Nines." I don't know if you ever heard it, but dude, like musically, the drums, the guitar, his voice, like there was even a portion of the song where it's just dialogue. Where they're talking, it's just like, yo, I really feel like I'm part of this. Like, I'm like sitting there watching a movie, but I'm not watching anything.
You're just listening.
I'm just listening. So yeah, I'm a big Prince fan. I'm going Prince.
That's solid. That's not even a wrong choice. It's not even something you could be just mad about. It's not like basketball. It's not like football. You trying to sit there and debate. Like, nah, it's not like that.
Yep.
I think it's just nothing but love when it comes to those two artists.
For sure. All right, we'll spend this last few bit talking about this is a segment I like to play.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like to play it, and if you want to, you can play along with us. Tell me what you think. It's called Agree, Disagree, or In the Middle. I say a statement, you either agree or disagree, or you're like, man, I'm kind of in the middle about that one, and just tell me why. Tell me why.
Okay.
So we'll go with this one. First one: failure is not an option. Agree, disagree, or in the middle.
Failure is not an option.
Agree, disagree, or in the middle. Or in the middle.
I disagree. It's not that it's not an option, but you don't always get to choose if you're going to succeed or not. There are some things that are going to be out of your control. And you got to accept that and learn from it, So I can't say failure not being an option. That's what you want. But shoot, so many people say that and they think the conditions is right, set, perfect. Failure is not going to be an option in this case. And it'll be something completely unaccounted for. This crazy variable that they just did not account for comes in, changes everything.
No, I feel that, man. I completely disagree with the statement myself. Failure is always an option. There's always room for error. There's always room for mistakes. And because of that, there's always room to not make it.
Exactly.
To not meet the mark that was set for you to meet.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So to just blatantly be like, yeah, you can't fail. Like, sure, you tell me I can't fail, but listen, there's probably a little smidgen where it's like, yeah, you can fail. No matter what the task is.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
So that's where I'm staying with the statement. I think failure is always an option, but we don't strive for failure. We don't strive for
it's nothing you ever strive for, but it's just in the statement of just saying that it's not an option. It's just like, you want me to be perfect, and I don't know anything perfect on this earth, man.
I've never met one.
I have never met anything that has been
in my 21 years
ever. So I promise you, this will not be perfect. This will not be. There won't be some degree of failure involved. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I completely agree. Next statement: agree, disagree, in the middle. Never give someone too much leverage. Agree, disagree, or in the middle.
Oh, 100% agreed. You give somebody an inch, they'll take a mile. It's a big metaphor I've heard. Like, give somebody an inch, they'll start just pulling. You never want to give somebody too much.
How do you know when you're giving someone too much leverage? I know it's pretty vague, but I'm gonna see how you address it.
I think most people will start to notice that they're uncomfortable with. So I'm trying to think of leverage as like you have something over someone. That's the basics.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's it's basically something they have over you, right? I think people just strive to be free in all cases, free to make their own choices, make their own decisions, blah blah blah. So you'll know when you're giving you're losing control of something, and you typically know I gotta take back type thing, like. And sometimes it's abrupt. Sometimes it's just all of a sudden, and there's ways that you can be manipulated into doing it. But if it's like a gradual thing, or if it's something that you're seeing for yourself, it's just like, yeah, it is a hard stop. There's a boundary. You know, I'm not giving you any more. Shit, it could be a family member just be like asking you for money. You know, keep on, keep going, keep on, and then, oh, you expected you do this, you do that, or you make enough.
Yeah,
you know, that's a crazy thing.
You know,
that's one thing. That's one thing I think of is like I you know, if I knew my family wasn't like well off, or if I couldn't
my bad, brother.
Oh no, you good. Like if I knew you know, like cousins or something, and they you know, they're not doing so well, right? You know, I'm willing to help out. Obviously, a little bit. You know, cousins, they family. You gotta take care of them. You know, maybe they'll come around and take care of me, because that's usually, you gotta think like that. You gotta be optimistic sometimes. But yeah, they keep on, and you like, all right, well, what are y'all doing to try and get back? You know, and they just, well, nah, but you make enough, or maybe others come from around you and like, but you make enough. Well, it's nothing. It's just a little bit. It's like, nah, I'm not here to support them. I gotta support myself, or maybe my family. I can't be supporting him and all his things. It's like, so yeah, you notice that you'll see that the control or whatever is just like it's starting to wean, or it's just not there.
Gotcha. Sweet. Man, we been talking for almost an hour, bro. I don't even know that.
I didn't even notice. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie.
I thought it was 30 minutes, maybe 45.
Dude, we've been talking for about an hour now. Only about a minute and some change away from an hour, bro. That's funny. The only reason why I brought that up is because it seems like most people, when we do shoot a pot, they're like, dude, that felt like 20 minutes. It felt like 30. You said it felt like 30 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie.
I want people to know, like, that's the beauty of us getting together, have a conversation. That's why, we have conversations like this on camera, because we do this stuff all the time.
All the time.
When the cameras aren't even on.
The questions just come up.
Dude.
Questions would be coming up.
It can go from one extreme to the next. We're going to talk about it. Like, we talk about a lot. So I definitely want to say this, man. I appreciate you being here, having this conversation, man.
Appreciate it.
I know a lot of people are going to enjoy hearing both of us talk. I enjoy, me. I enjoy the conversation.
I enjoy it too, man. It's nothing but love out there, though.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you, man. I'll definitely throw your Instagram tag up here somewhere. It'll be somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So go check him out. Go check Chris out. But yeah, we appreciate you guys watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check my boy Chris out, and we'll see y'all in the next video.
Peace.
See ya.